Hello guys, welcome back to Coding Cafe. My name is Mohammed Ali, and in the previous tutorial, as you know that we have successfully implemented the search feature where now user can search from different user in our this Instagram clone app using the Firebase real-time database, and which we are developing using Kotlin. And this search is basically not the case sensitive, which means that let's say if a username starts from small English alphabet A and a user type capital A, then it will search all the users whose name starts with A. It doesn't matter if it is in small English alphabet or in small English alphabet or capital English alphabet. It will search exactly the user. Okay, here you can see it. Or if I search some different user, like let's say, then here you can see it, JIA, and you can see it. So the name Gia Peterson appears here. Now it will also you can say like give suggestions like all the names that start from J. If a user just write J, okay, Johnson, right, Gia Peterson. Or if you type M, and here you can see it, Muhammad Ali. Or also if you type small English alphabets M, then here you can see it. So now, in this tutorial, we are going to work on the follow feature so that we can, maintain the following list record and also the followers list record for an online user using Firebase real-time database. So yeah, we will now implement that feature when a user click on this follow button and want to follow some of their friends from school, college, or university. So yeah, let's just do it. So go to the Android Studio, and here on our user adapter, here we have our the soundbind view holder. And let me tell you, we have already cast our follow button in the previous tutorial. I hope you remember that. Okay. So now by using the view holder object inside our this method, we can just say holder dot follow button dot set on click listener, which is this first one, which means if a user click on this button, then what we are going to do in that case. So first of all, as you know, let me explain a little. If a user click on this follow button for the first time, then we will this user whose name is Gia Peterson, now an online user, let's say Muhammad Ali, is now following Gia Peterson. Okay, so we will turn this button into following. Instead of follow, now the button will be following. And then again, if the user click on that following button, then it will unfollow this user whose name is Gia Peterson. So I hope you understand this, and I hope you have used Instagram app, and I hope you have the idea. Okay, so yeah, holder dot follow button. We are now playing with it just to check for the follow and following button. Okay, so that according to that we can update our code. So anyways, to string, if holder dot follow button dot text dot to string, if this becomes equals to follow. Sorry, inside the double quotes follow, if this is equals to follow, while the other will be the else statement, which means if it is equals to following, instead of follow, if the button text is equals to following, then what we will do in that case. So if the button text is equals to follow, in that case we are going to allow the online user, let's say Muhammad Ali, to follow this user Gia Peterson. Okay, and yeah, so we can just say Firebase. Let's just initialize our Firebase user here. So you can say Firebase, or instead of that, let's initialize it globally. So here we can say private for Firebase user, and it is of type Firebase user. And let's initialize this with null. Okay, and now here we can say Firebase user get UID. In Kotlin we just write UID. Okay, in Java we say dot get uid. Let it. Now let's create a reference to our database. So we can say inside here, I mean Firebase database from capital F dot reference dot child. Now this is the reference basically where we are storing our this record for following user. Okay, I mean for all the users. Dot child it. Now instead of it we can say it one, and now I will tell you now what basically it mean. Okay, dot to string dot child following dot child user dot get uid dot set value to true. Basically what this whole thing mean. Okay, just consider a scenario in your mind about the Instagram app. Okay, when you try to follow someone, that is, let's say I'm going to follow Gia Peterson. When I click on this follow button, then this person will be added to my following list. Okay, that is, I am now following this person, and inside Gia Peterson's profile I will be added to his followers list. Okay, that is, I am follower of this person, while in my case when someone visits my profile, then in my following list this user will be saved. Okay, I hope you understand the whole thing. So now here what we are doing is, this is just the code for saving the user to my following list. Okay, now also we will write for updating the follower list for this user. Okay, Gia Peterson. So now let me tell you what this means. Basically when we say firebase.getInstant reference, this is basically a reference to the root, and then inside the root we say dot child follow dot child it one dot to string. Now basically this means the Firebase user dot get uid, like in Java we used to write. Okay, so this belongs to this thing, Firebase user dot uid. Okay, so it means that inside the follow, I mean I am the online user, it basically means this whole line. Okay, dot child follow, and under that follow node my id, that is my unique id. Let's say I am an online user and this is my id. Okay, you will understand it more clearly when we will run this app at the end of this video, but for now just I am trying to explain the code. Okay, so under that id we will have a following list, I mean that is I am following this person user.getUid. This is the position on which we click the follow button. That is, let's say if I click on Gia Peterson follow button, then this person will be added to my following list. If I click on Johnson Wright follow button, then this person will be added to my following list. So I hope you understand the whole scenario. It is that simple. Now the next thing is to save this to the follower list of that person whom we are going to follow. So this is very simple. I mean, how we can do it? So we can say dot add on complete listener if this task is done successfully, which means that if this person is added successfully to my following list, then what we can do next, we can just say add on complete listener, which is this one. Okay, task, we can say if this task is done successfully, task dot is successful, then we are going to add this person also in the follower list of, for this I mean Johnson Wright, let's say. Okay, so what you need to do is just copy this whole code from here up to this, just copy up to, let me just check these semicolons. Okay, up to this add on complete listener. Okay, just copy this whole code, control C, and paste it inside this if task is successful. And now you will do some change inside this if task is successful. So here we can say now we are going to add this person to the follower list of that person. Okay, so just cut this from here, pasted here at 1.toString, and inside this follow.child user dot get uid. Okay, and change this following to followers. So make sure to exactly do the same changes. Okay, so follow dot child user dot get uid, and then followers dot child it one dot to string dot set value to true. Now once it is done successfully, we have to add a notification also, I mean, which we need to display here when a user click on this heart icon. But for now, let's just complete this. I mean, also when a user click this, which I told you already, that is when a user click on this follow button, then you will change this button to following. Or let's say if a user is already following someone and again press the following button, then it will unfollow that button. I mean, it will unfollow that user and change turns back that button to follow. Hope you understand this. Okay, so once we complete it, then we will add a notification also. So anyways, now the next thing is inside the else statement. What we can do now here is that first of all, by mistake, I think we just remove the ending curly brace for this if statement. Okay, I mean, if you click here, you can see this I mean this Firebase uid dot let ends here. Okay, so let's just make it correct quickly. So this is our this curly brace which ends here. You can see it, okay, highlighted, and then this if statement ends here. Okay, e highlighted one. So I'm really sorry, I just removed it by mistake. Anyways, now inside this else statement, now we can just copy paste this whole code and then we can modify it for our unfollowing feature. Copy it, paste it here. Now there we were basically adding I mean maintaining a record by just saying at the end that dot set value true. I mean we added the record. Now here what we will be doing is they'll just remove it. Okay, when a user click on the following, if a user is already following and again the user press it, it means that the user wants to unfollow that person. Okay, so yeah, I mean we can just remove it. So instead of this set value to true, you can just say remove value. Okay, and also here instead of set value just write remove value, and yeah, we are done now. So this is all about maintaining the records inside the Firebase real-time database. Now the next last thing which is left is, I mean, for the UI, if a user click on this follow button, then we must change this text, I mean the button text. Okay, so for that and also to add a notification basically. But before moving to the notification, let's just quickly do that. Okay, so here now below our this, I mean above this follow button, we can just create a method, call a method which we will now create, and let's give it a proper name like check following status, and passing, we are going to pass it two parameters. One is the user dot get uid comma, and the second one is our follow buttons on which we will change the text basically. So yeah, follow button. And now let's create this method. So just click here, write bool, okay, create function check following status, and you can see our that method is created here successfully. Let's just move it to the bottom, control X from here, and then at the end here we can paste it. Okay, so inside this we will need again a reference to our database, so let's just copy paste it. So from here, Firebase user up to this following, copy it, control C, and paste it here. Let's store this whole reference in a variable, and let's give it name as following ref equals to this. So basically here we create a reference to our following node and we store it inside this following reference variable. And also make sure to write a closing curly brace for this its curly brace, I mean, hope you understand it. Okay, so just make sure to close this one. Okay, we just copy pasted, so it is necessary to write the ending curly brace for it. Now we are going to retrieve the status from here, that is from the following, that is by using the value event listener. We are going to check if this is if this, let me write it first, you will understand it easily. So you can say following a reference object value event listener. Make sure to put two curly braces. Let's move to the next line, and in here we can say override fun on data change. Make sure to write exactly the same. Okay, here you can see it appears. Okay, just click it and this method will appear, which is about on data change. Remove this to do, and now in here we can say, so as you know, for the on add value int listener we have two methods, built-in methods basically. One is the on data change and the other one is our on cancel. So you can just type on and this will appear, override fun on cancel. Okay, here you can see it. Make sure to remove this comment to do. Now inside our on data change we can check if data snapshot, let's just give it a proper name, data snapshot instead of PO. Okay, so we can say data snapshot. So now here we can say data snapshot dot child, and by using this UID, okay, you can pass it here. We can say UID dot exist. If this UID basically exists under the node following, now this following reference, as you know that this is a reference to the database, follow and then the user online current online user ID and then the following node. So under that following node, if this user exists, okay, if this user exists and this user is basically the user which we are retrieving here when a user search for any specific user, that is, let's say Muhammad Ali or Gia Peterson or Johnson Wright. Okay, so let's say let's say following this Gia Peterson and not this one. So here it will be appearing like following and this one will be follow. Okay, so just like this. So if I again click on this, I mean, just to maintain the text, I already told you to maintain the UI so that the user can get the exact idea what is going on. Okay, so in this case, if this UID exists, we are going to update the text for our follow button. Text equals following. If this UID exists under this following, it means that this user is already following that person, let's say Gia Peterson, so that this button will be appearing like here following. Okay, as I already told you. And then in the else statement, if, which means if this UID, let's say, that is, if this is not exist under the following node in the database, then it means that we will turn this button to follow. It means that that user is not followed by an online user Muhammad Ali, let's say. Okay, so I mean, you will get more clear idea when we will run the app and when I will show you the database. Okay, at the end of this video tutorial. So change this to follow. So yeah, that's it. Now let's just test our application. Something which I remember now, I mean, here we commit a small mistake. I mean, for getting the user, this is not the proper way. Here you can see we initialize this Firebase user, which is by this name, with null. But Firebase user, we are getting it directly. I mean, we say Firebase user.uid. We cannot get the user ID like that. Okay, hope you understand this. We can just say Firebase user dot get instance, sorry, Firebase auth. Okay, first we get the auth, Firebase auth dot get instance dot current user, just like this. We have to initialize it with this thing. Okay, hope you remembered in Java we do it like this. Okay, so then we can, after this, say that is by using this Firebase user, we can say that is Firebase user dot uid. So hope you understand everything. Now let's just run the app to see how it works. Now let's just, here in our search box we are going to search some user. Let's say this one. If I click on this follow, here you can see it follow, then two IDs. As you know, one is for the following list of an online user and one is for the follower list of this person, of this girl or person whose name is Eamon Johnson. Okay, so I will be added to this person follower list and she will be added to my following list. Now if I open this further, then here you can see follow dot child this id dot child followers dot child this. Okay, and then follow dot child this id dot child following dot child this id. So this one is my ID, the online user by the ID who currently I am logged in into the app, okay, which is IQ, and I am following this person whose ID is this one. If I show you from here, then IQ is Johnson Wright, okay, and this one MIPBC, which is this one, full name Eamon Johnson. Here you can see it, okay. Also, if I go and just search for other user, let's say Muhammad Ali, then now here you can see I am now following two-person. The second ID is N7, okay, and N7 ID is belongs to Muhammad Ali. So here you can see it. This is working really nice. Even if I go back, okay, and I come here again, then here you can see the button is turned to following, which means that I'm currently following Eamon Johnson. Now if I click on this following again, and also let me tell you, I'm also added to the follower list of Muhammad Ali. Here you can see it N7, which is belongs to Muhammad Ali ID, okay, and I'm added to his followers list, okay, IQ. Here you can see it. Now if I click on this Eamon Johnson, then from my following list this person will be removed, and also I will be removed from the follower list of that Eamon Johnson person, or you can say this girl, whatever it is, okay. So here you can see it. Also, now if I go to Muhammad Ali, here you can see following, okay, because still I am following Muhammad Ali, okay, so I am added to his following list, to his follower list, sorry, okay, and Muhammad Ali is added to my following list. If I click on this following, then here you can see following and the follower record is removed, okay. So now I am no longer following Muhammad Ali, so I am removed, Muhammad Ali is removed from my following list, and also I am removed from the follower list of Muhammad Ali. So I hope you understand the whole thing. So it is working really nice. This is incredible. And in the next video tutorial, what we are going to do is that we will be working on the profile, and we will display the overall following list, the overall people. Let's say Muhammad Ali is followed by how many people, or the following list and the follower list in short, okay. And also we will display the profile name and the bio of a user, and then we will allow a user to update the profile picture and also display the profile picture here on the profile page. So that's it for this video, and if anyone is new to our channel, then please subscribe our channel Coding Cafe. Don't forget to follow me on my Twitter and Instagram account. So yeah, that's it for this video, and see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.